Hey guys, Marcus here from ProPhysio Plus. I'm a massage therapist and allied health assistant, and today I have a fantastic self-massage routine to help relieve your knee pain. There are two very important things to remember. The first is that our knee relies on surrounding muscles for support. So glutes, hamstrings, calves, quads, and in many cases, knee pain can stem from an imbalance in the surrounding muscles. So often people might have a weakness in their glutes or hips, and then because they're not necessarily as strong here, then their knee becomes more overloaded. So you will feel the pain down there. So by releasing the areas above and below, you can help to release that knee pain. And second of all, it's important to work on both sides because our brain connects both sides of our body, and it's important to loosen up both of these sides. So what that means is you might be tight on, say, for instance, your right side, but that's tight because your left side has a restriction, and so your right side again is overloaded. So by working on one side and the other, you are working out both causes of the tensions. And so what you'll need today for the self-massage, a foam roller, some kind of hard ball to get into trigger points. Here we have a foam roller. It can be a smaller one like this or a longer one, and hard ball. So there are lots of different types of hard balls that you can get. So here, this is just a ball that's inside a bit of a cup, and you're able to roll around, and once you find any trigger points, sit on that area, and you'll find that the pain and tension should start to subside. Or you can also use a golf ball, which is a bit smaller, a bit easier to get into certain spots. And we'll also use that on our feet. So one thing that I'm very big on is releasing your feet as well. So we always talk about the hips in relation to knee pain. We also have to think about our feet as well. That's a very big thing. People often don't think about their feet. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is get down on the floor, do your best to get down. And the first thing we're going to do is work on our glutes. So sit up on, and we'll do one at a time. You can do both, or you can do one at a time, but you want to roll around backwards and forwards until you can find any, like if you find any particular sore areas, go a little bit slower over that area. And spend as much or as little time on there as you can. Everyone will have different kind of areas that they'll need to spend longer on. Then so if you find a sore area, then you might switch to a golf ball or one of these balls. But what you're aiming to do is just sit on that spot. It will be a little painful, but you sit on that spot until you kind of find you might find a trigger point, a really sore point, and the longer you hold it, it will start to release. What you want to do is just take deep breaths, and you'll start to feel the pains to relieve. And so then we'll move on to hamstrings. Again, you could do it one at a time or two at a time, depending on the size of your foam roller, but you're just going to roll backwards and forwards, turn your leg out so that you're getting all of your hamstrings. You turn your leg in and go slowly. And again, if you find a sore point, this is where this one may come in handy. You might use this ball instead. You're just going to sit on it, put your weight there, roll around until you find a sore point, then hold that for up to 30 seconds. You'll start to feel it release. And then we'll move on to calves. Same thing. So we might do one at a time or two at a time, but you're rolling backwards and forwards. Turn your legs out, and then turn your legs in, targeting all sides of your calves. And again, with this one, you can use a hard ball again and just try and find a sore spot and sit on there. It may be a little harder, so to get into your calves. So just push down and again hold for 30 seconds on any kind of sore points. So next, flip over and we're going to target our quads. So again, with this one, it's a smaller one, so we will do one leg at a time. So put your weight on. You're rolling around. Turn one way, turn the other, until you find a sore point. Maybe go a little slower over that area. And again, with trigger points, you put the ball there, find a sore point, and you just stay on that spot until you feel like your tension is starting to release. And finally, we take our golf ball, and what we want to do, there's a lot of tissue underneath the bottom of our foot, and by wearing shoes and being on our feet all day for work or whatever it is that you do, you can often get tired and sore feet. So a good thing to do is have a golf ball, and you'll start rolling around, again forwards, backwards, sideways. And what you can also do is even try and have some mobility for your toes. So try and pick the ball, try and move your toes around on the ball just to help with your mobility. And then again, we'll repeat that on the other side. So we'll go through glutes, hamstrings, calves, quads, and then feet. And that should help to relieve your pain. I hope you got something out of that video, so like and subscribe to our channel for more great info and tips.